Hey everybody, my name is Frank. Welcome to my show. Now today we're going to be making meatballs. Yeah! Now, when you go to an Italian restaurant, you can tell how good they are by the quality of their meatballs. So when you order their meatballs and they're kind of dry and flavorless, just get the hell out of there. Why do you go to a restaurant anyway when you could make these at home with just a few simple ingredients? This recipe is a foolproof way to make the best meatballs you've ever had. So, I guarantee they're gonna be molto bene. So, let's get cooking. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is drop an egg into our pan. All right. And we're gonna whip that up, just get that broken up a little bit. Now, we're gonna add a half a pound of ground beef and a half a pound of ground pork. We're adding the pork to the beef because it's gonna give us a little sweetness and a little more fat going in the meatball. So we're gonna put half a pound each and just break it up a little bit. Now, to this mixture, I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper on this meat. This crushed black pepper, by the way. Okay. Now to this meat, I'm gonna add actually 3/4 of a cup of seasoned breadcrumbs. Okay. And then with that, a half a cup of grated Romano cheese. Now, you can also use Parmesan cheese, but I grew up with grandma making with Romano, and that's the flavor I remember, and that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I got that, and before I mix this, I've got here 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley we're gonna put in, and also 1/2 a tablespoon of, I'll show it to you, 1/2 a tablespoon of chopped fresh oregano. If you don't have fresh oregano, you could always use the dried, but try to use the chopped if possible, the fresh if possible. Also, garlic. Garlic is a staple with Italians, so I'm gonna put in, let's see, about 4 cloves of crushed garlic, like so. Like that. A couple more. Now you want crushed garlic because you don't want big pieces of garlic. You don't want to be chewing on a big piece of garlic when you're eating your meatball. You want it to be as small as possible. There you go. So we have to get dirty now. Best way to do this is with your hands. Come in here and start mixing. That's it. Start mixing, get everything incorporated into the meat. This could take a minute or two. All right. Now, if you see this is just a little bit dry, you could add just a touch of milk. Just a touch. Like so. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. See? That little bit of milk made a big difference. All right, I'm still working this. Okay, trying to get everything incorporated. What am I missing? Nothing. Okay. So I'm getting this mixed up pretty good. You know, you don't want to overmix it. You don't want to make it into a hard ball. You just want to get everything incorporated into the meat. This 1 pound probably will go with 1 pound of spaghetti, about 4 people. Now, if you have a larger family, definitely double this recipe because you'll have some for tomorrow, the next day, and you'll have meatball sandwiches. Okay, so I've got this incorporated. Now, we're gonna shoot for 10 meatballs with this batch right here. And what we wanna do is make them about the size of a cue ball, okay? Not too tight, just kind of, you want them to get nice and round. All right, let's see how many we can get with this 1 pound of meat. There's one. Okay, I'm trying to get them exactly the same size. Okay, one little trick to keep the meat from sticking to your hands is just put a little olive oil in your hands. All right? And let's see how that, yeah, much better. Okay, so you could see the cheese, you could see the breadcrumbs, the parsley, the garlic. Well, it's gonna be great, folks. These are gonna be delicious. I'm gonna finish putting these together and I'll be back in just a minute. All right, folks, so now that we got our meatballs formed here, I was able to get 9 out of the 1 pound of meat. So what I'm gonna do is heat up some olive oil in the pan and we're gonna proceed to brown them. I want enough olive oil in here now to pretty much coat the bottom of this pan, okay? And we're gonna let that heat up for a second. Now, I fudged on one of them is a little smaller, but that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Nothing in the kitchen has to be perfect. Okay, so I got the oil hot. Now I'm gonna proceed to start browning these meatballs. Let's give it a test. There we go. Sizzle. Now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna brown these on all sides. Not particularly to try to cook them through, because we're going to be adding our tomato sauce and simmering that with the meatballs for about 20 minutes. What I'm trying to do is keep turning these meatballs so I can get them browned on all sides, and but not really cook them through. You definitely want to get them brown so no pink is showing. Well, I tell you folks, these smell pretty good. And I can't wait till we get this together, put the sauce in and put it on some spaghetti. Oh yeah. Now if you look here, you could see they're pretty well browned, all sides. And it's about that time to put in our sauce. Now this sauce, my marinara sauce, that I have a link at the end of this video where you can actually see how I make this sauce. Now, if you don't have time to do that, you could always get your favorite jar sauce. Make sure it's a good quality one, because taste is everything. So, I'm gonna add my sauce to this. So what I want to do is try to get all the meatballs coated, and I might need just a little bit more sauce. I want to make sure the meatballs are swimming in the sauce. So just cover that. Like so, like so, like so, like so. Okay, we're good. So what we're going to do, put the cover on this, so I don't have tomato sauce all over my kitchen. After 20 minutes, I'm gonna taste one. And then in the meantime, I'll be just enough time to put my spaghetti on. And I'll be back in a few. So let's have a few words from our sponsor, okay? Back in a minute. Okay, folks, been about 20 minutes. Let's see what we got going here now. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Oh my God, get a shot of that. Look at that. Meatballs are done, the sauce is done, my pasta's done. We're gonna put it together now. Look at that. First thing I'm gonna do is take the meatballs out of the sauce here, put it in a bowl. Okay. All right. So now let's put our spaghetti in here. All right. Mix her up. All right. Looks amazing, folks, and it smells just as amazing. All right, so I'm going to put some spaghetti in this bowl. About like that. Put a meatball or two. Add a little basil. And finish it off. A little bit more of the grated Romano cheese. Now, I can't wait any longer. I'm going to give this meatball a try here. Oh my God, that's a spicy meatball. Well, folks, I got too much in my mouth, folks. I can't. Anyway. Shit. What? Quiet.
Keep going. Keep going. God, be like this.
Anyway, folks, subscribe. Now remember, folks, comment me, like me, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'm taking this back there with me.